Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included. Back to the basics. We have done a lot of stuff. We did a lot of stuff in the last episode. We got our power set up. It's not, this is not final. Most of the things that you're going to do before Cycle 100 aren't going to be final stuff. Um, you're going to want to move them. You're going to want to update your builds, all that kind of thing. So we got some power set up, so our dupes aren't having to run on wheels anymore, which frees up labor to do everything else. We got a little bit of oxygen set up the video before last, I believe. And this actually really needs to be upgraded to two of them since we have two dupes now, because this only produces 888 grams of oxygen per second, which is not enough to support 10. Now it does help that we did get we got diver's lungs on Catalina, I believe. Good luck finding her here. We got diver's lungs on her, so she's slurping up half of the oxygen. We did get our mealwood farms up last episode as well. I would love to do like bristle blossoms and get into berry sludge at some point. Because this is such a fantastic, it's a fantastic food that never goes bad. And it's +8 morale. So I mean, it's like for it being processed in the micro musher, it's fantastic. Um, so we want to get things going there. I think what we'll want to do this episode, we're decently stable at the moment. We have 19,000 kilocalories of food. We are kind of waiting a lot on the, we're waiting a lot on just meat. So we have quite a few, let's see, we have a sage hatch egg here, which I think this guy hatches, he hatches decently soon. And we have a bunch of eggs in here, that are gonna hatch and turn into meat. Now, I know I said previously that we need 100 hatches in total in order to hit carnivore. I think there's only like 13 eggs here, something along those lines. That's still not enough, but we basically have a hatch every let's see, these guys produce as soon as they remove this egg. These guys produce basically every 6 cycles. So every 6 cycles, each of these gives us one, and we have 16, 24, so we have 24 full hatches right now. And then, you know, we have a group of 4 here. Let's see, let me make sure I checked off. I did, okay, I checked off the big ones too. Man, arbor trees grow extremely slow when they're wild planted, and that's okay, because that'll get there. We have a lot of dig errands going. We got our quiche background in. I love this background. I don't know why, but it's so cute. It's just little pictures of, you know, hatch egg, the what is this? The nutrient bar. It's so cute. And there's so many cute little drywalls in this game that you can do all kinds of styles with. It's just, I don't know, I love it. I love it. You can get into some funky builds with drywall, and I wish I had more of them. I actually haven't done this in a previous video, but I think I'm gonna pop a couple blueprints. I have 24 of them, so I mean, I might as well get a couple. Briefs! Oh my goodness, that's cute. Gloves, meh. Ooh, I didn't have this one. It's decent. Oh man, I was talking about drywalls and I got 2 of them. Look at that. Oh, cute. Crispy green. More gloves. And pink. I think I already have that one though, honestly. Alright, we'll do more later. That's fine for now. I love their little blueprints. They're very cute. Let's see. So we did also wall off this area because it is quite warm. The thing is, though, is I might want to create a, I might want to put my oxygen build over here. Because like I said, this is not permanent, and this is heating up the middle of this base, like, tremendously. And we really don't want that. We're going to have to fix it sooner rather than later, probably. So I could put it out here. And I do have both of my water sources here. They will just likely need to be cooled, because this guy overheats at, let's see, what do we overheat at? This guy overheats at 75. Now, it's not that hot out here yet. It will get that hot, because these guys pump out at 110. So as they're going, it will get way too hot out here. But that's honestly okay. I mean, we can handle that. We should be able to get suits up at some point and start exploring a little more this direction. I really want to dig out this direction and get most of this area all opened up for builds and the dupes. Just clear out a bunch of space for the oxygen to flow and all that type of thing. Ooh. I mean, we're pretty stable enough to take another dupe. This guy has exosuit training, which gives him athletics, and I mean, honestly, anything that gives a dupe athletics is really good. I mean, to be completely honest. I'll put another one. Why not? We might need to create another farm here. We definitely... Actually, I think another thing that I want to do this this video is I think I'm gonna want to go ahead and try to get in some automation so that we don't have to worry about microing the eggs quite so much. So let's go ahead and grab solid transport and solid control, and hopefully we can get those put in. The problem is it's extremely expensive. Like, this is 200 kilos of refined metal, and the transport box is 200 kilos of refined metal. So you're talking at least 400 per ranch. Okay. So, I mean, you're talking 4, 8, 16. So we're talking like 2 tons of refined metal that we're going to need, which is a lot. That's a lot. And when you're crushing it here, I mean, you're only getting half of your value, which is not great. Make sure none of these guys are cramped. These guys are glum, which all of these should be a 7 or an 8. We want to get it up anyway, I think. Let's see, do I have a liquid that's... It's 34, 23, 22. Because I could heat up this pea water a little bit. It won't flash until 119. Do I have the... I do have the metal refinery, so I could... Could pop this right here. I would probably need its own designated power, is the thing. Which would mean a new spark battery. Sure, we'll do a smart battery. Double hydrogen. Because this is only 1200. This is 6.5. Ooh. Oh, because it's so close to this ice biome? Oh, yeah. Actually, that's pretty cool. It will heat up this ice biome quite significantly, but that's okay. I don't think I am too awful worried about that. Pop this pump here. Just like that. You know, we honestly could just, like, pop this here, and then it'll flow back down anyway. Make sure we dig this, and then deconstruct this. What are we doing? Oh, that's fine. Get this all dug out. I'm going to priority 7 all of this stuff just to try to get it done because we want to get this automation in as soon as possible. That is a lot of metals, but it's okay. We have a significant amount of them anyway. Pause real quick, make sure we've got all these guys swept out. Don't want these eggs to sit in here for any longer than they need to. Want to make sure we're getting as many eggs as we possibly can. These guys are lullaby. We've got 72% on that one, 64, 70. As soon as these hit 80% and lullaby, we can pop them out of the incubator because this is 25% per cycle when they're lullabied. So, I mean, they don't need to sit in the incubator. We could put another one in there to be lullabied at that point. This guy can actually come out. Alright. Wonderful. We'll get most of this stuff built. This is a deconstructor, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. We'll get all that done. It'll be a bit of a slow process. It always is in Ani. Just have to keep an eye on this stuff. Make sure we don't have too much stuff being blocked off. Oh, there's the egg. This is almost completely grown. So it's only got a couple cycles left. Actually, is the base done? I think so. And just clip all of that. We could turn this into an actual pool of water. We are still getting food from these wild plants, which is fantastic. And we have a bunch of these guys going. I do still have this set at a higher priority because we don't ever really want to run out of food. Well, I mean, we just never want to run out of food. It's kind of one of those things you just don't want to do. So I do still have these at a much higher priority than everything else. Because even if we're doing a build or some sort that we want to get done quickly, we're not going to want to get it done near as quickly as we're going to want to have food. We basically never want to be under the 11,000 kilocalories because we don't want anyone to starve. One of the things in my runs that I always plan for is I don't want any of my dupes to die. And I have a really bad habit If any of them do, I will just restart. Like, when I start a colony, I want to make sure all of my dupes survive. I don't want any of them to have any problems. This is building up a ton of oxygen here because the little guy has decided to poop directly onto my grammage. This is great though, because we can do liquid locks with this. Just bead locks. Which would be, honestly, super helpful. I do need to move him though, because he is kind of in the way. The problem is I don't have anywhere warm enough for him. Especially that has a bunch of CO2. This might be warm enough for him eventually, but it's not yet. And they'll get this done slowly. We have quite a decent amount of reed fiber, so we can do some suits. Which is great. Let's see, and this is still working fine. Yeah. So the way I bridged this off, this is prioritized, which is fantastic. So we don't ever have to worry about this backing up now. And this is just kind of supplemental. This is not in a sterile atmosphere anymore, and that's okay. There's a hatch egg here for some reason. Oh, don't actually wrangle those. My bad. I don't know why I did that. Are these guys... Okay, they're fine. They're likely eating my algae, though. And that's okay. They'll give me... these guys give you polluted dirt. Which, in all honesty, isn't terrible. Because, one, it feeds sage hatches. It also feeds... it feeds sage hatches. It feeds the poke shells. And they eat a bunch of seeds. So, I mean, as I'm getting these mealwood seeds, I could feed them to the Pacu. I won't likely do that just because, you know, we need our seeds right now, just in case. I don't know if I want to put another farm here or not. Not yet. I'm not sure yet. Let's see. Copper heats it up by 19.2, and gold heats it up by 6.3. We do have more copper, and there is more here that we could deal with. There's more here, more here. We have quite a significant amount of copper, if I'm honest. That does mean that I need to bring this over. I don't necessarily need to do that. I can branch it off the rows. All these bad boys are 7. What do we got? So we're offered lime again. Lime is really good because we can make steel out of it. We're constantly making eggs, so it's really not that big of a deal, if I'm honest. Having another farmer rancher might just be better. The problem I have with these dupes here is trypophobia is a really, really bad trait if they're building. If you're digging out new areas or building anything in a secluded area that needs to be dug out, they're really bad for that. Honestly though, the fix is you just make it to where they only do farming or they only do ranching, so they're staying in your base all the time. So I am gonna go ahead and take him. We are running a little low on food, and that's okay. I mean, we'll get more here momentarily. Um, which honestly probably does mean we should go ahead and get another of these farms going. If I'm not mistaken, this gives us 200 kilocalories per cycle. And each dupe needs 1,000 kilocalories per cycle, which means we need 5 per. Well, we have 21. So that's technically only 4 dupes worth, right? Of just the meal lice. Now, when it goes into here, it does come up to 1,200. It does come up to 1,700. So that does increase it by 500. So I think that makes it 4 or like 3.5 per. So that does change the calculation a little bit. I'll go ahead and make a new farm here. Why not? And then we can repurpose one of these farms to bristle blossoms as soon as we get water that can be cooled online. And we still have a bunch of these wild plants anyway. And then we also should have some meat that we can take care of here. We also have want to make sure that we have all of these eggs out. Really want this done before we get more food up. This is a super important build for us to get going. You got this, buddy. You got this. Nice. So we shouldn't be processing any more of the copper here. We're not. We're doing eggshell into lime. We have a... How much lime do we even have? We have 40 kilograms. Let's see, how much do we need per steel? We don't even have any iron, so we can't make steel anyway. We can only make 4 rounds of steel. Which is not a lot, if I'm completely honest, but that's okay. Honestly, let's do a bunch of let's do a bunch of gold. Gold amalgams is really good to build stuff out of, but I mean, we have a ton of it on this map. I mean, and with this map, you're really provided with basically everything you need to survive for long period. Why didn't I dig this oxalite? For long periods of time. There's a ton of algae. There's a ton of sandstone. There's a ton of copper. I don't know if I've found any actual iron yet. It's usually with the... Yeah, there's some up here. It's like, I was going to say, it's usually with the Drecos. Yeah, in the Dreco areas, there's usually a bunch of iron. Which we'll get to. I would love to start ranching these Drecos for reed fiber and then plastic. We don't have suits though, and dupes do get quite upset when they have to stand in chlorine or hydrogen. It hurts their little eyeballs. Did I break through something? Or did this break? This is all still hydrogen. That part's not broken. It doesn't look like it. What I could do, though, is I could pop this here just to guarantee that we don't have any, like, P oxygen get in here and break this. So, I think it... I don't know if I... This is a decent amount of hydrogen. Something had to have popped this, and it was probably polluted oxygen. That's one of the reasons why we need to remove this from here. Because if it does get popped, it will just explode with the hydrogen gas, which is not fantastic. I'm just double checking to make sure. Yeah, we're good. Oh, we just have a couple pieces here that did not get set to priority 7. I don't know how I did that. That's okay. Poor little Paku. We do want this to be 2090. There's something about the animation that it will... Everything will completely go off if you leave this at 0. And then there's a... I think this has to complete the animation before the power is completed. So you want to set it to 90 so you're not, like... It's not really overusing. It's more of... you're just not getting the power. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Get that. That'll warm this up a little bit. But with this being cold down here and it being connected to this cold biome, we should be able to cool stuff down pretty easily. And gold has a massive decor bonus too, which would be great for our dupes. Alright. We have an egg. Get that swept out. Make sure there's no eggs in there. No eggs in there. There might be one in the middle. There's not. Okay. So let us... Yep, I know. Oh, do we not have a mechatronics engineer? Oh, we don't. Wow, okay. Okay, that's fun. You're ranching on this guy and researching, so he learns a bit faster. Double carrying on you. Let's see. I'm gonna give Liam crop tending. Be super hard digging. This guy wants to be a mechatronics engineer, which will be fantastic. You'll likely be one as well. Alright, getting more ranchers up is insanely good for us. We apparently do not have a mechatronics engineer, which is not super spectacular. But that's okay. We'll get this guy to rocket piloting, which his morale is actually really bad now. I shouldn't have done that. But that's okay. Your morale's fine. Your morale's fine as well. We have people that are going to do mechatronics eventually, but we do not have it up yet. Oopsie. I did not realize we didn't have it up yet. And we are still... We're 1 away. Who has this? Max? Well, we're 3 away with this guy and 2 away with some of the other ones. Which is not great, but that's okay. I mean, we can micro for a little bit. We could also get a dupe that has mechatronics engineering. And I also could set up Also could set up a way to remove the eggs that the dupes just can't reach them anymore. Which, I mean, would be okay. But honestly, mostly the micro just works for now. Does the guy really not laid an egg? Oh, because it's 2% per cycle? You know, that makes a lot of sense. There's more mealwood going. There's polluted oxygen here. As long as this guy can pull that polluted oxygen, we'll be okay. We just don't want it to bop the setup. It's the only thing. I wish I could show the range of this, but it's basically, I think it's 4? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we got a bit of hydrogen up here, and that's okay. There's a ton of copper up here as well. Don't want to break into that quite yet. This is the 3rd time this video that it has offered me lime, which is very funny to me. We do have extra food up now. Could get lime, could get dirt. We don't really need more dupes at the moment. We also don't really need a loud sleeper. I'm just gonna grab the lime. I need to invest in Mr. Sweepies, man. I need to move this guy, is what I really need to do. Don't dig that out yet. Actually, move this guy. Yeah, get him moved so he stops doing that. We are doing quite alright. We're heating up a little bit here, but honestly not too bad. So many bomb lilies. I don't have these high priority, do I? No, they're all 5s, okay. They are perfectly okay. What I could do to help this oxygen flow a little bit is do a bit extra here, because we have a 3 space here with an extra. We just want the oxygen to flow well. There are 2 eggs in here. Oh, didn't mean to do that. It's okay. Are we cramped? These guys aren't cramped, which means there's not an extra egg in there. These guys are not cramped, which means there's not an egg in there, but these guys are cramped. Could be there. Not sure. I do want to continue to go up. The problem really is I would have preferred to go up here. It did not turn out that way, sadly. Ooh, we have a bunch of slime lung. Should be okay, but we do have a lot of slime lung. Something we need to be a little wary of. We'll get a bunch of that gold. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We would need 2 for this one, I think. We don't really need that one right now. This guy's getting moved over one. They'll have to match. We really don't want these guys to travel. Want them to travel like that. That doesn't look very great, but it's okay. That should be fine, because we can build that. That is all good. Oxygen, oxygen, oxygen. Beautiful. I wouldn't mind just flattening this bad boy out. Just because we're running across here a lot. There's a lot of polluted oxygen here. Okay, let's stop feeding these guys slime. What do sage hatches eat? We eat dirt, fertilizer, algae. Pause for a second. Ooh, we don't have any polluted dirt. We can feed them algae for now. They eat a lot is the problem. We definitely, yeah. As soon as we get our guys online, we need that. No, I can still power something else up here, so we have a third transformer. These guys are basically maxed out. So we are stable on food for a moment. We have quite a bit of gold now. Our water situation is still pretty okay. We're not burning through it too awful fast. Though it will be something we do need to finish off soon. Sooner rather than later, more than likely. big is this room? How big can this be? This is 77. Power plant can be 120. So here. Am I crazy? It was right there, right? Yep, exactly. Alrighty. I mean, honestly, we're just kind of getting the rooms fleshed out, making sure our eggs are rolling in, all of that type of stuff. Don't actually know where this egg is. It's okay, it's right here, I think. How are we? There's 8 here, 8 here. We have a smooth hatch. We have a smooth hatch! That is extremely good. Because that'll allow us to get this achievement that we want. The sad thing is that these sage hatches really aren't doing anything for me. However, I think the sage hatches might eat meat. They do. So if I go on a spree of whacking them all, they might eat other things, so I might have to wrangle them first. Which would be okay, but... Let's see, you don't need to be in here. You're actually going to hatch this cycle. We're going to incubate our sage hatch. We want that guy up as soon as possible so we can get that achievement done. Yeah, we have a bit of slime lung still, because there are a lot of slime lung germs just around. There's this guy, hatchling. Is there automation for these doors? There's automation. There's automation for pneumatic doors, but there's not automation for the bottle interiors. It is pretty important that we keep food up. Don't want to mess with these guys' morale too awful much. And giving them too many skills does mess with their morale pretty significantly. Reed fiber. Honestly, I would love to do this. It's a lot of copper. But I think it'll be worth it for travel speeds. My boy Smooth Hatch. How are we doing on eggs? Eggs in general, we have a significant amount of them, thank goodness. These guys are cramped, which means there's an egg, yep. These guys are not cramped currently. These guys are cramped because there's this egg here. Ooh, pip eggs. Ooh, we like pips. we can enable this building now, so we can start ranching this pit. If I'm not mistaken, it's like what is it? I think it's like 2.5 pips per arbor tree, because if they wild plant 3 of them, they have enough for 8. Let's see. That's not super urgent. We are cooking barbecue, which is fantastic. Let's see what our carnivore is at, because I know we've had the eggs rolling for a little while now. We only have about 30 cycles left, but we are only a fourth of the way done. That's not great. Now, that is about what we need if we can, you know, get 12,000 calories of barbecue per cycle. Now, that's not likely going to happen. We don't have that many hatches. Now, these guys are almost full. They are cramped. Crazy enough. I want to get these eggs out like now. Oh, we got muckroot. Nice. Alright. This guy's lullaby. Perfect. Anybody else lullaby that we can pull out? Not yet. This guy needs some lullaby though. I would really like you guys not to invalidate the ranches without immediately building it back. That would be fantastic. Thank you. Alright, perfect. We're honestly doing great. We have our pit being ranched now, which is fantastic. We have another mealwood farm in. We are up to 42,000 kilocalories. We are getting barbecue rolled in a bit. We have gotten metal refinery started, which is honestly a huge deal. The metal is going to be massive for us. There is oil here, which we do not really want oil there. We need the CO2 to move out because we don't want to break anything. And it already has, I believe. It has not. Okay, it did. It moved down. So that's what's scary about this, is you really don't want to... You're really worried about this breaking. That's why we have this flowing over, so that it can just come in and go out. Our oxygen flow looks pretty good. I mean, we have a ton of P oxygen as well. None of this looks like it's bleached stone, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. Really want to start ranching these Drecos. Oh, clear out some of these cramped rooms. These guys are cramped. These guys are not. These guys aren't right now. Honestly doing pretty well. Have a lot of eggs here. almost all of them sage hatches because we are feeding them dirt. Honestly though, as soon as the smooth hatch comes up, I think we get rid of this ranch. And we turn it into a smooth hatch ranch. Which, do we particularly need to? No, not really, but it'll be okay. We just want those smooth hatches sooner rather than later. Can you not put it there? I thought this was too high for you, but I guess you can hop up 2 levels. Have to keep a very close eye on all of these guys because now we're crowded. How did this hatch even get in here? Hatches aren't even allowed in here? Oh, did it fall from up here or something? It's okay. That is quite alright. You're cramped. I really wish the eggs were like in the front so you could see them. That is not the case though. Double check these. That needs to be lullabied one more time. Beautiful. We are sitting pretty. We got another ranch up. We've gotten our metal refinery going. We've had to double check this a couple times to make sure it doesn't break, and we do need to deal with the the temperature coming off of it. That's going to be kind of a big deal here soon. We are going to get some more digs going, especially down here at the bottom. Because we're going to want to clear all of this stuff out, and we can make like an oxygen build either down here or on the outside. And I can honestly have just most of my water just drop. And we also just don't need most of this mealwood anymore. Or most of the wild mealwood anymore. I don't know if we want to break this guy's little habitat going on here, though. So I might leave this for now. We'll see. These are not high priorities. These are just priority 5. Just giving them something extra to do. We are cramped again. When you have 8 hatches in there, they lay pretty frequently. So you have to keep an eye out on it. We have so much coal now from all of these hatches. Let me see, how much coal do I have? Whoops. I have 100 tons of coal. And let's see what I can do with coal. It's just this is not something super important, just you know, trying to look and see. We can make ceramic with some clay. We do have quite a significant amount of clay up here. These guys have eaten a bit of it. Make refined carbon. We do need this for steel. We can make some tablets. We can use it for energy. The problem with using it for energy is we can't do that until after super sustainable. And then of course all forms of hatches make it. Sorry, that might be a little bit rough on the motion there. All hatches eat it. Or all hatches produce it. Elderly. We're not cramped right now, which is fantastic. Our food's doing great. Do we have any barbecue? We do have a little bit of barbecue, which means some of these hatched. Oh, there's so many. Wonderful. There are so many eggs. Let's see. Can we get any closer to what we were wanting here? Not really. We're going to give you critter ranching too, so you're a bit faster. I mean, I need another super duper hard digger. I will need this pipe emptying is the problem. And he's only one into it, so we'll just do that. Okay, we still have 2 more points to go, I believe. Which is not spectacular. Alright, well anyway, I think that's going to be it for this time. Like I said, we've gotten quite a few things set up this episode. The base is looking pretty. We are really wanting to get a mechatronics engineer, but we do still have 2 skill points left on him. Unless we can print one from the pod. Which isn't super likely. I'll wait for this next print. And maybe we can, maybe we just spoke it into existence. Now, next time we will be getting carnivore done. We are at, let's see. We are at 120,000. So we are most certainly getting there. It's coming along smoothly, and we have all our hatch wrenches up. Like we are making it happen. We're only up to 19,000 out of 240,000 on super sustainable. It's coming along. I mean, with all of these hydrogen generators up, and this producing hydrogen at a consistent rate, like we will be okay. But it will take a little while. A bunch of Weesworth out here, a bunch of sleet wheat grain we can grab. We really want a cold water source for our oxygen if we can. So we'll hopefully be able to start exploring a little bit more next video. I'm just slowly kind of looking through these. But yeah, I think that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.